Hi guys, thanks for joining me and welcome to the channel. I have something a little different here to show on the channel to what I normally show, and of course it's still a Casio but not from the 80s and 90s which I normally feature and which is what I normally collect. This is a 2004 Casio Diver's watch called the SPF-100s. Now Casio is no stranger to designing divers watches. They first brought out the first diving watch just 8 years after first designing the first Casio watch. In 1982 they came out with this, the DW-1000, which had a depth range of 200 meters. The next came up with a ton of other Marlin watches like this. They came out with a ton of these in the early 80s, follow right through the 80s, and they're highly collectible and very hard to find in this condition. This Casio SPF 100s was made in 2004, but this isn't Casio's first SPF. They first brought one out in 2000. This one's 2004, but the first one they brought out was in 1999. The SPF-10. This is my favourite out of all of them. I love the design. I love the little gas canister thing on the side. The next one was the SPF-40, which is this one here. Not really my taste. And then they came out with a SPF-50. And then they came out with an SPF-60, and it just went downhill from there. Then the SPF-70, which is what this looks like.
Just going by those other SPFs, except for the first one. I thought the first one was a really good looking watch, and I love that little bit on the side they put. The ones in between, like the SPF 40, 50, 60 and 70, I just think they look absolute rubbish. Very gimmicky, plastic type. Not my cup of tea at all, and I just don't like them at all. I wouldn't even buy any of them, even as part of a collection. But you can see by just this model on its own that they thought exactly the same, and they thought, hold on, let's take this seriously. Let's make a proper diver's watch. And you can see they've done that just by the way it looks, just the sensor on the side. It's made out of titanium as well, which is amazing in itself, and I think this is the first titanium watch they've ever made, except for the MRG watches, which they're absolute flagship models they are, and they're their high range. I mean, they will cost you sometimes 4 figures. Very expensive stuff. But listen, they started and they thought, let's start from a fresh canvas and just develop a great diver's watch, and they certainly have done that. Now this watch measures that, even though it's made out of titanium, it's only 96 grams. It's super light, and like most divers watches, you get a 200 meter range, and you got this. It's designed beautifully as well. The straps are really well made, and you've got this grippy stuff at the back here, very flexible, and it's got a twist back as well, so it's not like the screw-in type. This is the ones that just tight, so you get a proper seal. Don't forget as well, it's made in Japan, which is another a good feature. But you know what is strange is, and I don't think I've seen it on other Casio watches, except sometimes maybe on the game watches from 1988 era, is they didn't put a stopwatch on here, and they didn't put a timer either. They're just focused only on diving capabilities. The only, except for the time and the date, the only features on this watch, oh, and the alarm, the only features on this watch is just this diving stuff here. And oh, so if you can click and to hold, so to start the diving mode, you hold this in for 3 seconds, and here will have all your diving information, and it will store lots of information. Here as well will be a graph. Let me just zoom in. See here? Here will be a graph of how you did on your dive, and it will store it up to 20 dives. It will store the information. You've got a temperature thingy as well here. You see that little says auto and a little symbol there? Well, that is the light. So if you shine it, if you move your watch in a certain angle, I'm going to turn it off quickly because it drains the battery. If you move your watch in a certain angle up towards your face, the light will automatically come on. And you've got quite a good light on this. Let me just make it a bit dark so we can have a little look. See all lights up there? I think it's fair to say that I think Casio, when they've designed this, they thought they wanted to design an absolute diver focus watch and not anything else. And that's why I think there's no stopwatch and there's no timer, like the usual stuff you get on a Casio watch. And I think they just wanted a different market. They just wanted to show other watch manufacturers that they can design something just for one particular field. And I mean, even the strap is absolutely like really well made. Just like, you know, Citizen watches do design some great divers watches, and the strap really does remind me of that, just like the quality feel. So because this is just diver focus watch, so don't forget, I'll just put some stats out there for you. So you've got a depth range of 200 meters, which is an absolute standard when it comes to just divers watches. You've got the titanium body, which is super strong and also super light, which is 98 grams. It has a fully integrated diver timer on it, and it has a dive range of 12 hours. It will automatically measure the temperature of the water, and it has a diving range of 12 hours. It will automatically measure the temperature of the water. It will measure the depth of the water. It will log and memorize all that diving information for you, and it will also not only put all the figures on here, it will also put the graph here on how you did, and it records up to 20 dives for you. It will display the dive date, the dive number, the dive start and end time. It would also show you the maximum depth you went in the water, the average depth and the water temperature, and it will also show you the nitrogen loading depth. It will also generate a graph and show you all this on that screen there. So it's very focused on just the diving market only, and I think I'm glad that he done that instead of just doing. Oh my God! Look at this camera's going all over the bloody shot. Oh. Goodness me. Yeah, I quite like it. You know, it's a nice watch. It's not my range of watches, but I love the way it looks. I think it looks amazing. It is what it is. It's a twin sensor as well. I should imagine a twin sensor is, it measures the depth of the water and also the temperature. And it's got the temperature there now. So let me just show you that. So you see where it says 2024. If you hold this button in here, and that's the temperature now. What do we think of it, guys? Do you really like it? It's pretty cool, isn't it? It's not the first one I've had. I've had quite a few of these. I can't remember the other one I had, but it's very, very similar to this. I don't think I'm going to keep this. I think I'm going to stick it up for sale, just to fund some other beautiful 80s watches. But let me just do a little zoom in for you so you can have a look at all the details around the watch. Oh, by the way, something else I've got to say as well. The strap surface is pretty long. Let me put it against another watch. So this is a CMD 40, and you can see the difference here. So that from there to there is another 50 odd millimeters difference. So you can see the length of it is quite long, and the watch side to side from end to end measures 51 millimeters. Let's put it against the CM. Doesn't look too big when you put it like this, but it is. It's quite a chunky watch. Do we like it? Give it a thumbs up. Any comments, stick it down below. And if you're interested in this watch or you want to purchase it, just send me a message on Instagram, and I'm sure we can sort something out. There is a few on eBay now, which is stupidly priced. I mean, I think one guy wants £1,000 for it, off another bloody planet. But yeah, have a little look. Message me. Take care, and thanks for watching.